Hello everyone. In this video I am going to explain you the concept of power. First, what is meant by power? Power is nothing but it is the rate of work done, that is work done per unit time, where P average will be equal to delta W by delta T and P instantaneous is equal to dW by dt, that is nothing but work done will be equal to F dot ds, as we already learned about it. So if the force is kept constant, then F is taken outside, then P instantaneous will be equal to F into ds by dt, where ds by dt is nothing but displacement by time, that is velocity. So here, now let's see a problem related to P instant is equals to dW by dt. Here, if the power is found to P is equals to 3t square plus 2t, then find the change in kinetic energy in the first 2 seconds. The change in kinetic energy is nothing but work done. So, P instantaneous is equals to dW by dt. They are asked for change in kinetic energy, there is nothing but work done. Then work done dW will be equal to P into dt. That is nothing but the integration. So here P value is given as 3t square plus 2t times dt, integrating. Then we will get from the formula, as we already learned, integrating x to the power of n with dx will be equal to x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. Then 3t square plus 2t integrating, we will get 3 to the power of 3 by 3 plus 2 to the power of 2 into t to the power of 2 by 2. Then 3 will get cancelled, 2 will cancel. Finally we are left with dw is equals to dt cube plus t square, where they asked for first 2 seconds, and the value of t will become 2, that is 2 cube plus 2 square. The value of 2 cube is 8, 2 square is 4. Then work done will be equal to 12 joules. That's it. Clear? Now let's say another problem. If the displacement of the particle is given, s is equals to 2t square, then find the power at t is equals to 1 second, mass is equals to 1 kg. Then here, as they are given displacement, so we could be able to get velocity by differentiation of displacement by dt. Then differentiation of velocity by dt will get acceleration, so that we could be able to find the power from acceleration and velocity. Here, as we know that differentiation formula, x to the power of n by dx will be equal to n times of x to the power of n minus 1. Then differentiation of displacement by dt, ds by dt, we are going to get velocity that will be equal to 2t square means 4t, as the value of n will be equal to 2. Then 2 times of x to the power of 1, that is 2 into t to the power of 1. Already we are having a 2 here, so 2 into 2 will be equal to 4. Then differentiation of velocity by dt will be equal to 4. Then we know that power is equals to work done per unit time, that is work done is equals to force into displacement per unit time. So where displacement by time will be equal to velocity, so F into V, where F is equals to m into a into V, where mass is given as 1. Then velocity, acceleration is nothing but 4. Then velocity, as they asked at time t is equals to, when substituting the value of 1 in t, then we'll get velocity also equal to 4. Then power will be equal to 4 4s are 16 watt. That's clear. Here let's say another condition. Here a belt is moving with a velocity v and the blocks are dropped on the belt with mass per unit time. In this condition, water from the pipe is passed out with a velocity v, and mass is mass given in terms of mass per unit time. Then what will be the power? Here in this condition, force will be equal to ma, that is m into v into dm by dt. Moreover, we know that power is equal to F into V, where from above force will be equal to V into dm by dt into V. Then finally we get power will be equal to V square by dm by dt, that is mass per unit time. That's it. Clear. Here in this condition they asked for what will be the value of power if bullets are shot from a gun, n number of bullets with a velocity v and mass m. Then power will be equal to F into V. Then F is equals to m into u by t, where n number of bullets, so into n. So equating both, power will be equal to m into u into n by t as n number of bullets into u. So power will be equal to mn u square by t. That's it. Clear. Next, here they said that a pump supplies water through a tube with a constant speed of 2 meters per second. If mass per unit length of water in the tube is 100 kg per meter, then find the power of the pump. In the before situation I said that mass per unit time when the water is released out of the pump with a velocity v, but here in this condition they said that mass per unit length. So power is equals to F into V, where F is equals to m times of dV by dt. Then we will get V square dm by dt. But they given mass in terms of mass per unit length, so I will multiply dl in the numerator and denominator. So power will be equal to V square mass per unit length dm by dl into dl by dt, where dl by dt is nothing but displacement per unit time, that will be equal to velocity v square dm by dl into v, that is v cube into dm by dl, where they given water is moving with a constant speed 2 meter per second. So I am taking the value of 2 in terms of velocity will be equal to 2 cube into dm by mass per unit length, value is given as 100 kg per meter into 100. 2 to the power of 3 will be equal to 8 into 100, where power will be equal to 800 watt. That's clear. Next, here in this situation they asked what will be the relation between the power of the pump and the speed of the liquid flow into the pump. As we already know that power is directly proportional to V square dm by dt, where we can write mass in terms of density as V square, density is equals to mass by volume, then mass will be equal to density into volume. So density into volume by dt, where volume can be taken as V square, density volume can be written as area into length as per a pipe, then by dt, where length per time, that will be equal to V square density into area will be displacement per time will be equal to velocity. So power is directly proportional to V cube density into area. So the relation between the power and the speed will be equal to directly proportional to V cube. Sorry, V square into V will be equal to V cube. Power is directly proportional to V cube. That's clear. Finally, power will be always directly proportional to V cube, that is velocity to the power of 3 when we take mass per unit length or mass per unit time. Here we'll take dl. So next, a pump takes water to a height 10 meters, okay, with a constant speed of 10 meter per second. If the water flows at a rate of 10 kg per second, then find the power of the pump. Here power will be equal to work done per unit time. Here work done to raise the water to a height h will be equal to mgh. Later it is moved with a constant velocity of v, that is 10 meter per second. So kinetic energy will come into action, that is half mv square per time. Then power will be equal to mass given as 10 kg per second. I am taking the value of gravitation as 10. Height is given as 10 meters plus half mass given as 10 kg per second, that is 10 into velocity, that is 10 square. So here 1000 plus half into 10 square 100, again 1000 is equals to 1000 plus 500. So the power will be equal to 1500 watt. That's simple. Here they ask us to find the efficiency of the man. Given a man of mass 49 kg takes about a mass 1 kg to a height of 10 meters. As we know that efficiency means is equals to P output by P input into 100. P output means the actual work done by the man in lifting a body. The P input is related to the work, the actual mass of the body and along with the mass of the man. So here P output will be equal to the actual work done by the man, that is in lifting a body of mass m, that is nothing but 1 kg. So mgh, where power is equal to work done per unit time. As we are taking P output by P input, the value of T will get cancelled. Next, then P input. P input means we need to take the mass of the block along with the mass of the man. So of GH into 100. The value of G and H also will get cancelled. GH, H cancel. So if we are left with efficiency is equals to mass of the block is nothing but 1 kg by mass of the block plus mass of the man 49 kg into 100. So 1 by 50 into 100. So the percentage of efficiency will be equal to 2%. That's simple, clear. So I hope so everything is clear. In my next class, I am going to teach you some more concepts related to power, which are very important and they are very effective. So even I started my online classes. If anyone want to join in my online classes, please contact me 9866019191. The contact number is also given in the description. So don't miss any of my class. Please stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Take care. Have a nice day.